everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. Hold on while I'm trying to get the right lighting. Oh, I think that's gonna have to do. Oh man, I never can get the right lighting. But what I see and what you see is always two different things. Okay, so this is what we're working with today, and I might have to lift you guys up just a little bit. I have my phone positioned in the thing in a different way, and I'm just trying to see if that will give you guys a better view and if it will make the thing stronger, you know, better. And what I mean by that is, and then I'm gonna just, let me see. Now you might say, what is she doing? It's fine. But what I want you to notice, what I want to show you is, if I take you out and put you down, you see this? This is turned upward. I normally had it turned downward and then stick you guys in from the downward position. But I was wondering, what if I was able to turn this upward? Would that still give me the stability that I want without, because as you see how I put the Velcro there, because it would be all slidey and like this. So I thought, what if I did this and I put you guys in that way? Would that make it better? And it's like, I used to could be able to go down like this for you to give you a better angle, but I'm feeling like just having you guys just straight might be the better way to go about doing this, you know. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I am just trying to figure out what would be the best way, and I can't pull it out any further, but I can pull it over, let me see, a little bit, and I can move this out of the way just a little bit, and you guys still seem to have, you know, a little room. I can even make it go up a little bit, and it looks like you guys can still see. You know, to me it looks crooked, like I have to bring this down a little bit, right, like there. But what I see and what you guys see is probably two different things. So we're just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to move you over just not too far, because I don't want to knock this thing off. But okay, so now if I was doing a B5, I'd have to definitely lift you guys up even higher. All right, so we're working with three things tonight. Welcome to the channel. My name is Pamela. These are my hands, and I am glad to be back, y'all. It's been quite a while since I have even been over here at this area in my desk area. A lot has been going on in my life, and I have been so busy every single day. And I prayed, I said, Lord, please help me with my schedule, help me with the things that I have to do, help me with the interruptions and the intrusions, so that way I can spend more time with you. And this whole weekend I've done nothing but exhale. No inhaling other people's problems, no inhaling other people's confusion, and I can just focus on myself and self-care, you know. And that's what I did. I cleaned out my kitchen cabinets. I cleaned out my handbag storage. I cleaned out my shoes. I cleaned out the shoe box, you know, where you bring your shoes when you first come in. I cleaned that out. I cleaned out so many things and donated over $1,000 worth of stuff. And yeah, I got something I was compensated, but it was like, wow, I had so many things that I had forgotten that I had. And I also made some purchases. We are also in the process of making changes in my husband's man cave, bat cave that he calls it. We're getting him a refrigerator in his bedroom so that he can have all of his drinks, and if he eats fruit, he can have his fruit in there, and he can store all of his drinks in there, and he can store his snacks in there. And now we have so much more space in the kitchen. So now we have 2 trash cans in the kitchen, one to the left, one to the right. We also now have more space for storage, for foods, for canned foods, pantry stuff, cat food. Finally, we have the space that we need because he's like moving out of the kitchen. And as you guys know, if you've ever seen any of my other videos, I don't really have a kitchen. I call it a kitchenette because it is literally a hallway with cabinets on the side, you know, and then cabinets on the other side with a sink and a dishwasher and a garbage disposal. That's fine. I got the things that I needed when I got this place, but it is very narrow. It's so narrow that 2 people, unless they're super skinny, cannot stand side by side unless they're facing this way because it's a long, narrow road. Let's see, what else? I even cleaned out my vitamins. Vitamins that I used to take that I no longer need to take. I finally am done with them. I bought some different vitamins that are higher quality, and it's like God is taking the vacuum cleaner and cleaning up my life, cleaning out just in so many different areas. It's unbelievable. And I'm so grateful to him for it. I feel so good to exhale. The weather is so amazing. It is so cold. I got both of my windows open. I've got the fan on. It's freezing in my room, and I am so happy. My edema has decreased so much that I feel like I lost 5 pounds. Like, I really feel like I lost 5 pounds since my last weigh-in. And, you know, I'm just loving it. I cleaned out my jewelry pouches. I donated hundreds of dollars worth of jewelry. I really did. And yeah, I did get compensated for it. What else? My old wedding ring set I put on my finger, and it slid right off, almost like I could not believe it. So maybe I really did lose inflammation, water, maybe some fat in there too. You know, I haven't weighed myself. Didn't feel the need to, you know, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with that original wedding set. Not the original wedding set that I lost, that got damaged and the stone fell out. I'm the one that he paid serious money for. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the replacement. And it's like, wow, how big was I when you gave me that replacement? I don't even remember, but I know that it's like, man, this is like crazy kind of good news. So I was thinking about selling it. You know, I'm really, really thinking about selling it, you know, but then there's just like, well, what if you gain weight again, you know, or whatever the case may be. And maybe you should just keep it. Don't just get rid of everything right now. Just hold on to it for a while. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But I just love that feeling of this little journey this week has been with cleaning out stuff and getting rid of stuff. We've had some unfortunate things happen with our neighbor, and we've had a lot of great things happen in the community that I'm just loving, you know. Unfortunately, with the construction and the beauty of, and you know, of making our community better, it is costing us more for our HOA fees. But it is what it is, and you got to do what you got to do. I'm the big type of manicured lawns and fences, and I love all that stuff. So whatever we can do to make the community better, you know, it may seem futile or unnecessary, but I'm all about eye candy. So, So, you know, things are just going really good overall. We were able to stock up on medications, which was made me really happy. So if anything happens, we have, you know, some extra stash. I've always been like that. I stock up and buy bulk for everything. Unfortunately, I've had to give away a lot of things because I never ran into a time where, you know, I needed it before it like super exceeded the expiration date. So it's all good. It is all good. So tonight I am having something I have not had in a while. My old friend, and that is this hibiscus tea. And I cannot wait. And I have my throat tea in here too. It's good, but it would taste better without the throat tea in it. But I thought since I was making a video tonight, which is really off the cuff, I didn't plan to, but I thought, why not touch base with you all, let you know how I've been, what I've been doing. Sammy is doing really good. We've got his food area, and you guys saw a video where I had dedicated it to Cherie, and we had this like partition up on the counter. I had to get rid of half of the partition, so he just has the front and this side, and that gives him his privacy. But on this side, it's all open, so that way he has more room to jump onto the counter, and it's easier for me to take his tray and just put it in the sink and then wash it, pick it up, and then put it right back over. So he has half a partition, and it looks so much better. It really looks so much better. So things are going good, and I'm like, Lord, something bad must be around the corner, because there's been too much good. So with that being said, you know what? I meant to donate these things because I have no use for these. You know, you put them on the bottom of your book, whatever novel you're reading, and there's your bookmark. And I meant to donate them, and I forgot all about it because I have no need for these whatsoever. Oh well, it ain't hurting nothing. Let's see what else. So in the midst of cleaning, straightening, reorganizing, and all the things, I have proclaimed ownership of this book again. This is no longer in the bathroom. This is staying on my collection shelf. And I will never allow myself to complete it because this is really just part of a collection. I really was going to donate this, guys, but I was like, I've invested too much money in it, and it's so cute, and I love the color. So I just said, you know what, let's just keep it and put it on the shelf, and we'll just write in it occasionally. It is what it is, you know, but I bought this by mistake. I really did. So, but I'm not getting rid of it. I was, but I can't do that. And let's see what I see. Now, I had talked about this right here, and this is my, what do you call it? It's a hood, hide and drink, and this one is, this is my Stalogy, my A5 Stalogy, and we are going to work on this together. And I'm going to figure out. Now, I was told I already have a gratitude journal. And in it has a section for, I'll show you. Let me just show you. Okay, so you guys know some of you know I had this. And this was just, these are Amber Plans Her Day. So I had made this book a long time ago where it says, this book is dedicated to monthly mantras, phrases, and determination, motivation to keep on moving forward. And I can do this. I can go to this book and just pick out a month and whatever month it is. So if it's January, January is going to be I'm Not Afraid because I trust Jesus. And so I did a lesson for January, but I never did do the prayer. And as you can see, the handwriting is sloppy. So that lets me know there was a lot going on This one is Keep Waiting. I remember when I made this. And this one was Long Suffering. And so each month you have, so if I'm in a mood where I'm feeling like it's only a gift, you didn't earn it, then I know what that means, and then I can just follow the prompts. Why? Lessons that I've learned, prayer, and then notes. And say, so like say it's the month of May. So as you can see, I don't have a mantra for May, but that was what this book was for. That was the purpose of this book. And as you can see, I didn't finish it. So I was thinking, if this is a mantra book, this would definitely be great for just nothing but gratitude. But I have to figure out how I want to decorate it, and I have to figure out how I want to use it. But Jazzy from Crafty Girl Chronicles, mwah, kisses to you, dear. I am going to take your advice and just use this as a straight up gratitude journal. I just don't know what format to use. So I was thinking, what if I took my ruler and, let me move this out of the way. What if I took my ruler, okay, and I was thinking about Happy Planner. You know how Happy Planner has the horizontal? So I was thinking, what if I just made horizontal spaces and just took and wrote in with a pen, not a sticker, you know, what that day is, you know, and just do it that way, and just, you know, write whatever, just one thing that I'm grateful for. Now, since I have a plethora of gratitude, this is great, because what are you grateful for? Name one thing you're grateful for today and why. And you have just this amount of space. You know, I don't even have to put the day. I can just put the date, you know, and just draw out the format. You know what I mean? And then, you see what I'm saying? And then that way there's no, oh, well, today's not Tuesday, so I'm not going to write this because it's not Tuesday. It's just whatever date I put on there. That's what I think I'm going to do. And up here, I can put a strip of washi. Down here at the bottom, I can put some thin washi. I can even, you know, put thin washi right here if I wanted to, you know. But as far as a sticker, I don't think I'm going to put a lot of stickers here, because I want to take up space for writing, because I'm only going to have those horizontal spaces. So I can decorate this, you know, and we can just keep it going. Just keep it going and just keep it going. You know, I think that would be an excellent idea. And that is what we're going to do together. We're going to do that together. What was the other thing I was going to say? I forgot. I know one thing. I'm hungry. All I had today was breakfast, and that was eggs and bacon and 8 blackberries. So I need to eat. And I did make a keto brownie. I had a chunk of that. So, but yeah, I need some good stuff. Oh, I didn't know that was torn. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Let me get a little thing of tape. Why am I bringing this out? I know that a lot of people do not like Jesus Calling or Jesus Always. There was a time when I really needed those books, because I was going through some things, and it just spoke to me. Have you ever heard that saying, eat the meat and spit out the bones? So regardless of the controversy around the author of this book, there has been things where when I have read this and I have been blessed. And you always try the Spirit by the Spirit. And if it doesn't line up with God's word, if it doesn't feel right in your spirit, you know that is bones. And you just take an X through it. And then you're done. Okay, we're skipping that page. And we're going on to see what else is. Okay, so there we go. So with that being said, I chose to continue to use Jesus Always and Jesus Calling. Now today I have out Jesus Calling simply because I mostly used Jesus Always in the past and rarely did I use Jesus Calling. I actually had bought this by mistake because I misunderstood someone. But for the past maybe 5 months, I have really not needed to go to these types of books. It's straight up Jesus. It's straight up Jesus. I just didn't have to, but the need to go to the books. But I bought them and I want to use them. And it's like, let me just see what I can get blessed out of. And so I just wanted to just open it up and to see wherever it landed, what I could get out of it, you know. The first thing I saw right here, right now, is hold my hand. Now, Jesus has said that. Yes, hold Jesus's hand. Stay close to Jesus. So hold my hand and trust. So long as you are conscious of my presence with you, all is well. Okay, I can hear Jesus saying that, because when I take my focus off of him, that's when things can get messy, right? So hold on to his hand, trust him, stay conscious of his presence, and all is well. It is virtually impossible to stumble while walking in the light with me. I designed you to enjoy me above all else. You find the deepest fulfillment of your heart in me alone. I am a testimony to that. I am the testimony. Not I have, but I am a testimony to that. Fearful, anxious thoughts melt away in the light of my presence. When you turn away from me, you are vulnerable to the darkness that is always at work in the world. Don't be surprised by how easily you sin when you forget to cling to my hand. In the world, dependency is seen as immaturity, but in my kingdom, dependence on me is a prime measure of maturity. Okay? So don't fear, for I am with you. Oh, where is that tattoo at? Where is my tattoo, y'all? There it is. Isaiah 41:10, right there. Do you see this? This is a rosary made out of olive beads. Okay? And this is an anchor. And you see all these chains, not the chains that bind me to sin and problems, but these are chains that and hooks that are binding me with the inside of a heart, because I am anchored in Jesus. And as you go further up my arm, you will see there is me, sad. Okay, but I am wrapped in him. And that little drinklet of blood, that's just to remind me of what he did for me. And that even though I don't practice sin, I still sin. I still make mistakes and slip-ups. And there's the Holy Spirit, right? I don't know, that's the Father. That represents the Father. And there's the Holy Spirit right up there. And there was the image of Jesus that was given to me, so I didn't question it. And you can't tell, but this is a robe, a white robe. And under here, and I'm inside of that white robe. You know, and I have no clothes on because it's all about pure, no shield, no covering. The only covering is the covering of Jesus. So Do not fear, for I am with you. I am with you always, even unto the end of the earth. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God, and I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Good God, Lord, thank you. Like, how can this not make you melt? Okay, for you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. We walk in the light as he is in the light, as we are one another. You know that scripture. Walk as children of light. Find rest, oh my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from him, and he alone is my rock and my salvation, and he is my fortress, and I will not be shaken. So, you know what? This is meat for me. Praise Jesus. And this I want to hear. This I love, because I will continue to hold on to Jesus. I will continue to hold on to my Abba. And who is my Abba? A-double-B-A is Abba. But I, in worship, started saying Abba, A-B-B-I. Okay, of course I would say I, right? And so I had to Google it. I had to talk to ChatGPT. I had to find out what's going on here. This is a spiritual thing, and it's just another word for Abba, for Father, if even more extreme, more expressive, tenderness, affection. When I go Abba, my Abba, and it's like, man, God is so good. He is so good. And I love calling him Abba. It's a personal thing, you know. And when I found out that that word actually did exist, it wasn't something that I made up, I about fell out. So, you know, I have yet to come across anything that is bad, you know. And if I do, I will let you guys know and we'll talk about it. But this is my word for today, and I'm sharing it with you. Hold on to Jesus. Hold on to the Father. You know, this is just priceless. I just absolutely love it. So I am psyched and hyped about a gratitude journal. Now, today I did a gratitude journal, but it was verbal with the Lord, right? And I told him, I said, Jesus, I have a plethora of things that I am not grateful for. But everything that I am not grateful for, I'm grateful for. You get it? Because without those things, I wouldn't be who I am today. Okay? And I've learned to care about things that I didn't once care about. You know, and then, you know, I talked to the Lord about the 80-20 thing and how I wanted to be 80-10. And I just gave him, and I said, but Jesus, let's first start this out with all the things that I'm grateful for. As much as I can remember, because I have 3 Walmart lists, 2 IKEA lists, and 5 Lowe's lists of items of what I'm so grateful for. And so I just started with those. And I said, and Lord, bless the things that were unspoken, because I can't speak at all. And one thing that I am great gratitude. I myself, not just I'm grateful for this or what I am grateful for, but I am grateful. I am gratefulness. I represent gratitude, not just what he's done in, you know, like earthly terms or that, but I am gratitude, because I am a child of the Most High God. I am me. I am gratitude. Not just what I am grateful for, but like I'm grateful for, but I am gratitude. So it's rough. And I tell Jesus, you know what? It's not easy loving you, but you're so easy to love, you know. And I love how he deals with me. I really do. And he deals with us all in those special ways, you know. I told you guys I was going to buy a new phone. But as you can see, I'm still filming with my old phone. But guess what? It's coming. And it is the S25 Ultra. But I couldn't buy myself a phone without getting my husband a phone, who I know needs a new one desperately. So I found an S25 FE flagship edition for $649. And it was only $4.38 a month to add it. And we got the senior citizen discount. No activation fee or any of those things. And I just went ahead and just bought him a new phone. He could not believe it. He was just like, he had tears, you know, in one of our conversations. So I took care of him first. But my phone, mine is the Ultra. And I am treating myself to that. But that, I'm going to just pay cash outright and just be done with it. The lowest price I can get it for right now is $1,300. And to me, that's way more than I want to pay for a phone, but I'm getting a lot with the 25 Ultra. Yeah. So I thought about it, I prayed about it, and I'm like, yeah, this is the route that I want to take. And this is what I want to do. I can do it. It's not a problem. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Especially with his phone just being $600. And I didn't even have to pay that up, right? What's $4.83? I don't care. I mean, $4.23. So I blessed him first. He's happy with his phone. He's all set up. He's got his own accounts. He's got all his own stuff. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of the situation because I need my space. I need my privacy. I need to have my own accounts. I don't want to share my accounts with anyone. And this makes it better, you know, because I just love having my own space and having my own and not sharing my accounts with him or anybody. And this gives him the opportunity to just stand on his own 2 feet as far as having his own accounts, you know, and just so your decisions don't affect me that kind of way. And it's healthy for him, and it has caused me a great exhale. So I haven't bought my phone yet. I will. And I will definitely do a share with you guys on that phone in case you are considering it. But I will tell you, if you do get the S25 flagship edition, you will be pleased. It's a wonderful phone. It is wonderful phone. I love the new stuff. You know, my phone is a Note 9. So that's like whoop, way back in the, you know what I mean, in the day. So so I'm looking forward to that and sharing that with you guys. And let's see here. Let's see. I have got to eat something, guys. All right, so we're gonna see. Let's try that. All right, let me at least have a minute. All right, so I'm going to get me a pencil, just because I just need to see. Now, I like bold ink, but I also like bold pencils. Look at that. That's outrageously bold. That you can't even write a paragraph with something like this. But it's what Granny had. I think this is good. So yeah, guys, I do apologize for the fact that I have been literally MIA. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6, that would be right there. Wow, this is going to make me write small. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Wait, that's wider than that. Okay, so I messed up. I told him I messed up. Okay, so Sammy is doing very good, but one of the unfortunate tragedies that happened in the neighborhood, you remember that husky, that mixed husky that I was caring for? It's a long story. I'm not going to put her business out there like that, but it's a long story, and it's upsetting. Well, that's still crooked. Earlier this week, well, it's Sunday now, so it's actually a new week, but last week, she was walking him, and I'll just leave it at that. And when she walked him, he had attacked another dog. So this dog had a bad vibe. Okay, there was something wrong about this dog. And I don't know if it was spiritual or if it was the dog's position, his stance. I don't know. I didn't ask her the details. She'll tell me when she's ready, but I was probably asleep when it all happened because it was a major ruckus. It was bloody. People were screaming, and it was pretty bad. And she had to turn him over to animal control. And, you know, this has been building up, and we all kind of knew that something like this was going to end up happening. I don't like this. And so I won't be babysitting him. At least it doesn't seem like it. He is with animal control. So I don't know if I'm going to be babysitting him in November, because I was supposed to be. And he would be great company for Sammy, but honey, Sammy is doing really well. It was horrible. I mean, I don't know if the other dog died or not, but it was vicious. Something was wrong. Something was wrong. So I ask you guys, pray for Kane. I hope that he's being treated well in that dog, you know, what do you call it? Animal control. I hope that he is being treated well. I really do. She has been an emotional mess. She's like not talking to anybody. And I told her, look, we can go out, we can do something together, we can pray together, we can handle this. You know, we can talk about it. But you know, guys, there is repercussions for for your actions. And sometimes if you don't heed warnings, this looks a mess. But I mean, it was just so much. And it finally happened. It finally happened. And we all knew, a lot of people knew that it was going to happen sooner or later. And, you know, I'm not going to say God's grace ran out, but, you know, this is just not the place for Cain. Really. Cain takes care of her more than she can take care of him. But it's just a sad situation. And she is just crying. She can't stop crying. And she's like, I got to spend time alone with the Lord. I got to spend time alone with Jesus. I got to, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Go ahead. I will leave you be. But it's just so sad because you're seeing someone suffer, you know, who was just trying to do the best that they knew to do, the best way that they could do. And, you know, sometimes help is just not, you know, in your grasp. You know, it's out there, but it's just not in your grasp. So I found this. This was out in my living room Bible, and I finished the book, and this is a project. We're going to do something. I love the feel of this, so I didn't want to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is use this in a traveler's notebook of some sort, and I'm going to put a background on here with scrapbook paper, and I'm going to put pockets. I'm going to put pockets on there, maybe even a pencil grip. So I just wrote myself that little note because I'm keeping this. So that goes in the project box. This Planner Perfect, same thing, going in some type of traveler's notebook. I might cut this and tip it in. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Probably will keep it in there. So that's future projects. And I still have this project that I was going to do. Like your January, and the first page is brain dump. You know, stuff like that. And then the second page is notes. And then January, you have your weekly. And then you can just write down what was important this week. And then write down, and then any notes. And then on the back, more notes. And then you have your daily pages, and then you can just write this. And I didn't copy this off for anybody. Nobody inspired me, really. I just watch many videos, and I just put together something that I think that will work for me. I'll start this, but I probably won't finish it. This would be great here, but I'm going to do this in a B5. And so let me see. I just haven't had the time to do the things that I've been wanting to do because there's been so much that has been going on, you know, and I'm looking forward to using these. These are great to, when they stick out of your book and give it that decor. I did that in my B6 Slim. You guys already know about that. And, you know, you just, that's the look I'm talking about. So I've got a ton of projects, y'all. A ton. But it's like, when am I going to get the chance to really do all of this stuff? That's what is she doing in here? Oh, she doesn't have, I remember. Put her in there. All right. And this is just to add into books. These are pages that I need to tip in. These are markers that I just need to use because I have no place for them. These are stickers that I need to use because I have no other place that I need to put them. These are just stickers that need to be used because I've already got my stash situated. And this is a project too. And this, whoops, and this is a project. So we are just sorting stuff, y'all. So the weather is getting colder and, you know, what is this? Okay, so we're just doing stuff. It's good to have a nice organized plan of what you're going to do. And all you have to do is just go and just do it. All right, so let's put that there. Let's see what else is going on in my life that I can share. Oh, okay, yeah, here's something interesting. My husband is finally retiring from Homeland Security. And so we are preparing for that change in our lifestyle. And so we spent the week making a bunch of great changes that we would not have made otherwise. And it's like, wow, I wish we had thought of this before. Thank you, Jesus. You know, so I'm really excited about that change. I thought things were going to be more on the negative side, but they are looking like they're going to be more positive than I thought it was going to be. And it's kind of exciting. I'm kind of looking forward to it. But then there's some disadvantages to it as well that I'm not looking forward to. But I trust Jesus so much that I know that when he puts me in a position that I don't want to be in, it is for a very good reason. And I have to roll with it because it's too late. I surrendered my life to him. I surrendered my husband to him. So, you know what? Let him take the vacuum and not the broom and clean up my house. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just trust. All right. So let's see. We've got, this is, no, not like that. So, okay, this is what I wanted. So we're going to make that work. God is going to make that work because he always does. There is nothing I need. I am good with what I have. There is nothing that I need. It just looks like we won't be doing any type of remodeling to the house or nothing like that, but we'll just be trying to make better out of what we do have in the house. And he can finally pull that rug doctor out. Let's see. What would be a good match for that? I think we're probably going to go with these. Simply because they're solid and they're brown. I had so much projects in mind for this and for this. And you know what? I ain't done it yet. And I need to, let's see, what else here? These. Oh, okay. I could buy 2 more of these. But I'm not. It's just going to stay like it is. It's just going to stay. Alright, so. I am, wow, this is foiled. Okay, there we go. I don't want foiled. So we want to go with something that's blue and brown. Let's see here. I got this because JoJo had a sale. And you know, where you can get 50% off on a book that she chooses. The shipping cost did go up though. Alright, so I'm going to put that right here. Let's crook it. It would look better, I think, if I had it here. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. I don't care if they're all the same color. Let's see, what else? So, y'all, so this will be for here. And then you would have one for here. You know what? That's really taking up way too much. But I want to write the date in there. I want... This is going to use up a lot of these boxes. And you know what? I trashed a bunch of these boxes. I did. I trashed a bunch of these boxes. I put them in the recycling bin. I really did. Because I don't use them anymore. I don't need them anymore. What am I going to do? All right. I know what I'm going to do. I am going to get rid of the boxes. We're just going to get rid of the boxes. Because I can draw. All right, so I'm getting hot. And I shouldn't be, but let's put that on low. All right, so I don't want to use anything heavy because you see this paper, everything comes through. And I don't want to use a what do you call that thing? I don't want to use a fine point. That's what I want to say. I don't want to use a fine point, simply because if I use a fine point, it's just going to tear the page, go through the page type stuff. So I could washi it. I could. I put a washi there, a washi there, a washi there, and a washi there. All right, let's see which one we want to use. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's just take a look. So yeah, guys, that is what is going on with me. That's a little bit of what's going on with me. Just praying for my friend, hoping that things will work out and maybe she'll get her dog back. But we'll see. It was a serious thing, y'all. It was a serious thing. And let's see, what else here? I do not want my husband to retire. I mean, I really don't. But I see his poor health. I see it. And I think that it would be best for, that is ugly. I think it would be best for him as an individual to retire. I'm not going to lie to you. He needs to retire because he is really in a situation with his health that doing the job that he does is killing him. You know? It is. So, we've had a blessed life and we can look forward to a retirement, but thankfully it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But that's Jesus for you, ain't it? Okay, so let's see. And thankfully we have no bills other than our major expenses, you know, mortgage, condo fee, insurances, stuff like that. And cable, cell phone, that type of thing. So there's no debt. There's nothing that we've got to be like. And he's not retiring until his anniversary, which will be in May. So that would give him an even 21 years. So we've got plenty of time to do a little bit of last minute splurging and do some extra stock ups on stuff and do some more saving. I mean, it's more than enough time. All right, so what do you think about that? I think it looks kind of tacky, to be honest with you. I think what I need to do is remove this because there is a tiny little strip of pink, like a pinkish brown, and it's kind of clashy. But honestly, you guys, if you're still watching, this video really isn't about me decorating this. It really is about me just touching base with you guys because it's been a while, and also just an opportunity for me to express myself. Let's see. And just, you know, do that thing. I'm good. All right, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Now, I think that that's going to be a lot better. So the only thing that's irritating me is these lines. So I'm thinking, what if... Oh, it's 55 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. So, you know, I'm sorry, y'all. This is just going to be a long one. You know, if this is too long for you, I do sincerely apologize. But it has been a while. So this is, I will definitely put in the, what do you call it? The thumbnail, description, whatever, that this is going to be a long one. Grab your drink. All right, see, if I use a black marker here, guys, you know what's going to happen? It's going to bleed through. So let's just let's just try it and see. So, oh, I got some news. What do I have upcoming? I did make a purchase and I didn't film it, and I did go to the Dollar Tree, and I also went to the thrift store because I had to donate all that stuff. But the music was so loud and irritating. And I just said, you know what, I'm just not filming. It's not. And there wasn't a lot of stuff there that was interesting. Excuse me. And I was only there for 30 minutes because the store was closing. And I should have filmed in the Dollar Tree, but there was just too many people there making noise because it was on the weekend. I went at a time when I would not normally go. But we needed to get that stuff out of the house. All right, so we got that there. So if I'm going to sit down and write, okay, we'll decorate these other pages together one day. But if I'm going to sit down and write, I'm going to take some kind of ink pen. We'll just use this for now. And you know what I'm thinking? I could have a corner flower here. I could have a corner flower right there. That would be nice. Let's pull this book out and see what I can put in here. Since we're dealing with browns, let's do this. As much as I would love to have that. Good night. Oh man, y'all. But that's cool because I made some keto brownie type things tonight. So I had something. So let's put this one right here. And then we'll put this one right there. Okay. Let's do that. Instead of having, you know, two there. All right, so. But again, y'all, I apologize that this video is long, but I did want to just touch base with you guys, and just share a little bit while I try to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. I wasn't really sure. This is really off the cuff. Honestly, it is. All right, so let's see here. So I think this is good. And on this page would be a whole coffee scene setup. But like I said, we're at 59 minutes and we'll just do this another time. But what I would say here is, like, what is today's date? Let's just say this is October 25th. So I would just put, oh, I didn't know this was purple. Oh, all right, let's do, I don't want blue either. I want black. All right, so, and I know that's blue. Okay, so let's use this. All right, I'm gonna need to white that out. All right, so let's just do that the best that we can. Okay, so when I do get on the scale, guys, I'll let you know. And I'm feeling like I'm probably dropped about 2 pounds because it's been 2 weeks. So I'm going to say it's probably 2 pounds. All right, so, but I really would have loved to have let that been the gratitude. But let's just do October. This is blue ink. Fine. All right, so let's go with October, and I'm going to write it out. October the 24th. But today's not the 24th, the 28th, I think. This is the October 28th. 28. Hold on, please. That was weird, guys. Okay, but I have these moments where I can't talk, where I lose my voice. And but it just hasn't happened as much since I have been drinking that throat tea. So I apologize. Okay, so October 28th. Today I am grateful. One thing I am grateful for is the quality time that I spent with Jesus. And I am going to do this. I don't know why I like doing this. I don't know where I got it from, but it's just something that I have done for years and before I started filming. Okay. When I used to journal before I filmed. Okay, so October 28th. Today I am grateful for, let's see. There will always be a date. So I could put, you know what? I would hate to have gratitude, 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 gratitude. So let's just start writing. The one thing that I am grateful for today is the quality time that I spent with Jesus. No interruptions. No inconveniences. Conveniences. No timestamp. No timestamps. So, that's it right there. That's it right there. So let's say that it is the next day. All right. And we're going to do one more and I'm going to let you go. We're going to do October 31st. And I'm going to put the one thing that I am grateful for is the ambiance, and I know I didn't spell it right. It's ambiance, A-B-I-E-N-C-E type thing, ambiance. That's an A, not a Q. And I'm not whiting it out. The ambiance of Halloween, the spooky season, without the evilness of it. good spooky mystery stuff like that. Charlie Brown, you know. And the cool, calm weather that comes with it. That comes with. And we got a little heart. So there you see what I'm saying. That's what it's going to look like. And whatever pen I grab is whatever pen it's just going to be. And then we're just going to go down and finish. Now let's take a look and see. Okay, so it didn't affect the back. Not too much. So I know I need to stick with my ballpoint pen. So that is what this book is going to be. So later on, we're going to decorate the front of it together. And this book will last me forever because I'm not going to fill this out every single day. I'm going to keep it special. But I do feel bad that I have neglected this. I set up all of these books and I don't finish them because life gets in the way, and it makes me feel like I need to donate this book. I really do. It makes me feel like I need to donate it, but I'm not. I can hear Jazzy right now saying, you better not throw that book away. All those stickers that you bought and all that stuff, you need to just save it. This is great because you know what? You put it in your library and there's a security in knowing that it's there when you want it. It's there if you need it. And you had fun decorating it. You had fun setting it up. So what? You only used it once. This is therapy. This is what I've invested in. And with my husband, you know, retiring in the future, I may not spend as much as I did before, you know. So I've got a plethora of stickers and books and supplies that I don't have to ever spend again. And we can just have videos of me putting things together, planning things, making things, creating things. And there's so much fun in that. So I have no regrets. And all the stickers that I have, guys, I want every one of them. You know, every book that I have, I want every one of them. So we're good to go. And by the way, I did buy another handbag. I gave away, I donated 2 of them, but I bought another one because I found one that I really wanted. And guess what, y'all? It's a diaper bag. So I will be doing a video for that when I get a chance. So stay tuned if you like what's in my bag. Y'all already know what's in my bag, but it's just this new diaper bag that I got that I really love. What else did I get at their store? I got a winter coat. And yay, I got a another winter coat. No, I did not need it, y'all. But praise God, I lost enough weight that I went down 2 sizes. So I was going to trade in. I was going to give my bigger one for the smaller one. But then I said, I really want to keep the bigger one. I didn't want to let it go. I was supposed to let it go, and I didn't let it go. And I'm like, let's keep it. Just and we'll see. So I did get a coat and I did get a bag. And it is what it is. So this is how this book is going to go. We're going to decorate this together. Oh, yes. I bought a Stalogy. It is a A6 from Hobonichi Stalogy, I think it is called. I first saw it. I saw it on the Hobonichi, not the Hobonichi Hobonichi website, and I also saw it on Jet Pens. And I was like, what is that? That's weird looking. Then I saw it on Mel's channel, like Everything Marnie. And she has everything of everything, right? So I found the blue one. When was the last time I actually had a Hobonichi purchase? You know, so I bought the blue one in an A6, and it should be here tomorrow, which will mean I'll do another video, and we'll see how it works. I think I'm going to use it on my A6 notebook. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. I just fell in love with it. It's different. It's different. If you have not seen it or heard of it, look up the Stalogy Hobonichi. And it's on the Hobonichi website, and it is also on Jet Pens. And I was really going to make a big jet pens haul, but I ended up couldn't find what I wanted. So thank you so much for staying here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a chatty channel. This is me sharing my life, my feelings, my thoughts, all that kind of stuff. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.